But the kids who are already locked in with 5 drives or 6, you show me your commitment. If you have 3 drives or 2, it's not important to you, okay? So I'm not gonna stress over scheduling you. When I drive you, here's my time available. Get in when you fit in, okay? Because typically what happens, if an instructor, if he or she waits, they're gonna, there's no bad driving times. But if I drive 8 hours or 9 hours, people get tired. You get sleepy. You will be driving when it's dark. I'm just letting you know this. So kind of get over your driving when it's dark. It gets dark at 5:30. So driving 5:30, 7:30, nothing. 7:30 to 8:30, nothing. 8:30 to 10:30, okay? Christmas break is around the corner. And you should be like, hey, I want to drive, okay? The situation is your parents work. They can't get you there. Maybe a neighbor could. But make a commitment. Be ready to learn how to drive. Excel, because I'm really going to push you. I'm not going to do the average. I never have. And you're my last class for the 2026 session. I'm pushing you crazy hard to learn. And I see good things in the car. Here's some of the bad things I see. I see a lot of kids really squeezing that wheel. Change that. You should write down some of these things. Like, I'm teaching you how to drive. If I do a good job, you're going to remember me the rest of your life. If I do a bad job, you're going to remember me the rest of your life. Stop squeezing the steering wheel. You can't turn. Number 2, remember your left and right. Some of you forget your left and right. You're probably saying, oh, well, that's silly. No. If I tell you to go left, you go right. If I tell you to go right, you go left. This is how accidents happen. Hey, Evan, I would love to see your full face, like I'm giving you full love, so I'd love to see the full face. Show me the commitment. So don't squeeze the steering wheel. Know your left from your right. And you're probably saying, well, I do. No, you don't. Because several times, some of you literally went over to the wrong lane, and that's how accidents happen. No cap. I'm not clocking your T. I'm just telling the truth. And if I tell the truth, you're going to rise. Next, please wear thin sole shoes. Don't wear hard Nikes. Don't wear old New Balance. Wear thin sole shoes. If you need to wear some slippers, do that. Many of you are wearing the wrong shoe, and you're going to slam the brake or slam the gas, and we're going to have a bad outcome. So wear thin sole shoes. It is winter. You need to be dressed properly. But when we're in the car, take off your big bubble coat because you're going to overheat. You can't steer. And you need to relax. If you wear glasses, wear your glasses. If you have contacts, wear them. If you're on medication, because I've taught kids who have anxiety or opposition, take your medication. I'm an educator, okay? And I usually get a sheet if you're, on something or dealing with something, because it's not fair to me. I like the fact that we are switching up partners. This is good because you get a chance to see other people drive. And you really want to learn your best, and I want you to be your best. I demand your best. I'm setting high expectations. You're going to have a 20-question quizzing in a moment to make you better. We're going to go over some information to make you better. Then you're going to be working for about a half an hour on the driver's ed stuff. Okay? I try to make the class educational. Wham Bam Tesla, on scene TV. I'm showing you this to make you better, and this makes me better. But if you're sleeping or playing or goofing off, you won't really learn. And some of you do that because you kids and you don't recognize the value, not clocking your teeth. Around 24 years old, this is when your brain grows and it matures. So from now to 24, you're going to do crazy stuff. You're going to leave your cat outside, it'll freeze. You're going to leave something on all night in the house. So I need to help you kind of grow up. Driving does not make you a grown-up. It's just another responsibility. And some of you won't take this responsibility seriously. I already see the trends happening in the class. So I'm just trying to help you grow up. Consider me like an uncle who wants to help you drive, who's not going to judge you. I'm a great listener. But you got to show me maturity by listening, by looking, checking traffic. A lot of the adults out here are mid. After 20 years, they don't use the blinker. They don't check blind spot. But if you cut them off, you're going to get a ticket. You're going to get in trouble. If we hit a curb, you will fail. It's icy outside. We live in the Midwest. We're used to snow and ice. It's going to be cold. Don't be scared. Be ready to go. What I like, we started in the school parking lot, going up and down, and that's really helping steering. After we get out of the parking lot, we go in the neighborhood, we make lefts, we make rights, we work on parallel parking. Then we're on the main thoroughfare. Roundabouts, turns, lane changing. I'm excited for the Christmas break. You gotta lock in. Lock in means you come ready to go, you come ready to get better. I'll be reading, like I always do, from the state examination paperwork. Example, safe driving behaviors, anticipates, and always puts on seatbelts. Some of you don't put on seatbelts. I shouldn't have to tell you. Maintains the proper speed. Some of you are driving 10 under, 12 under. Some of you are not checking your mirrors. The goal of driver's education is to get you in the car, teach you how to drive, and over every single lesson, I tell you less. You make better decisions. And I will talk to your parents because I'm expected to. And I will tell them if you do good, if you do bad, if you did something fantastic, or you did something terrible. And my job is not to humiliate you or make you cry, but to make you better. That's whether you're a teenager or an adult, because I'm certified to teach adults too. And believe it or not, adults are more sensitive than you are because they think they know how to drive, but they don't. So you need to be leaning into me. You need to be asking real questions, and you need to learn. And if you can make this for about a week and a half, class is over in a week and a half. Then you're going to be driving over break. Then we're going to elevate. You're going to take it into 2026, and then in 3 months, some of you will be back. Some of you won't. So my job is to try to give you a pathway. If you're a second or third driver in the family, they already know. They're like, get in the car and drive. And if you don't want to drive, like a lot of your peers don't, you're going to sit there, 16 and a half, 17 and a half, 18 and a half. Okay? So you've got to really want to lean in and learn. So I'm going to do a screen share. I'm going to go over this information. I'm going to get you ready. And then you put a question in instead of going along. Please put a serious question in. Okay? We already know about the test. We already know about what we need to do in the next steps. We just want to get ready and be our best authentic self. And that's what good teachers do. Okay, so now we're going to talk about defensive driving. This is from the company. I'm going to go over this. You should be writing down some things because I need you to apply it to driving. I need you to learn. Okay, I need you to get ready. So every driver should develop a proactive driving approach intended to avoid potential conflicts before it materializes. Meaning, don't run a light. Use your blinker. Don't tailgate cars. Don't drive fast when you're late. Get up early. Don't get mad at another driver and start following them. Don't let adults intimidate you, because a lot of adults will try to intimidate you because they think because they're older, oh, I can do what I want to this young driver. That's not true. You'll get arrested. PDA method is one of the primary tools used for proactive drivers to avoid potential hazards. Black ice. Leaving late in the morning to school, you're going to speed. Running the left turn light because if you get one more tardy, you're going to get a phone call home. You're going to a basketball game and your friend saved you a parking spot, but there are 5 cars there. You won't get it. So I need you to see the big picture. Why do you think I ask you what color the light is ahead? Why do I think I ask you what color the car is behind us? I need to see you check the mirror more. And if I set a high standard, you're going to reach that. If I'm lazy in the car, you're like, whatever. Avoid risk, which is the chance of death, injury, or damage, or loss This is the primary goal of every driver. Your age group has more accidents than 25-year-olds. Your age group has more accidents than 30-year-olds. Your age group has more accidents than 35-year-olds. It doesn't change to about 65. So all these people in this Zoom, you got to think. I need you to think. We don't want to have an accident. We don't want to get a ticket. Look ahead and aim high. Proactive drivers always give other road users more space. If you could record me, I say the same thing. Keep your space cushion. Lane line reference. Cover your brake. Accelerate. Stop squeezing the wheel. Don't slam the brake. I talked to one of your parents yesterday. They don't want to do the driver's education thing. They'll clock your teeth. I'm put here to help you. And a lot of people are cracking jokes, but it's not that funny. It's because you had a bad driver. So you are proactive. Expect mistakes. At the school zone, kids are going to walk in front of you. The football players are going to walk on in front. And guess what? You're going to stop. And if you don't, you hit them, you're at fault. Your mom will scream at you if you're late. Your dad will scream. You should be there on time. You have to develop trust. And if you don't develop trust, you're never going to drive. So you want to have the mindset. Allows the driver to be cautious. Not cautious scary. Some of you are cautious scary. You don't want to look left and right. You don't want to go at the speed limit. Cars cut us off. Cars tailgate us. I never say anything because you'll get nervous. But cars are tailgating us. People are doing mean things to us in their car. I'm trying to protect you from yourself. Proactive drivers will always suggest your visual search. You got to look around in front, left, right. But some of you don't do that. A proactive driver will also adjust your visual search in urban environments, downtown areas. The driver's visual search pattern has to be quick, looking left, looking middle, looking right. In rural areas or highway driving environments, the driver's visual search pattern has to be steady and focus further ahead from the vehicle due to the speed that we're driving. So I really need you to lock in, and I really need you to get serious about your learning. Defensive drivers also eliminate or try to greatly reduce any potential distractions. Your cell phone, your friends. This is why our state limits the number of passengers in your car. But you think the state is trying to be mean. They're really trying to save your life. So cell phones use talking and texting while driving, which is incredibly dangerous. I'm not going to preach to the choir. You've heard it since you were like 3. This makes you have slow reaction times. This impairs your ability to scan. We know when you're on your phone. It's no secret. The mental distraction when you're on the cell phone. Landon, you need to mute yourself, man. Okay, set that standard. This is one of the most important classes you're ever going to have in your life. And if you think it's not important, then that's you. I can't make you care about this. Passengers can also be very distracting, potentially hazardous. Hitting you in the head, talking about you, showing you the latest TikTok trend. I don't care trend. Yeah. Okay. Proactive drivers also operate the vehicle while they're mentally sharp. Please don't drive with me and if you've been up all night. Some of you over Christmas break, you're going to stay up all night. If you're tired and you're not responding, I'm going to stop the car and call your parent. I'll say it again. If you've been up all night and you're tired and your mom and dad got to throw water on you, shake you up, and get you in the car, I'm not driving you. It's not fair to me, and it's not fair to other drivers. I set my schedule up so I don't have to drive anyone. Driving is a privilege, not a right. So if you're disrespectful in the Zoom class or disrespectful in the car, I'm going to stop. I'm going to call corporate. I'm going to call my supervisor, and I'm calling your parent, and they're going to come and get you. I'm just letting you know this because I know how to treat people, because I care. So don't stay up all night and try to drive in the morning. Drowsy driving is one of the leading causes of traffic collisions nationally each year. But my mom stays up all night. I'm not teaching your mom. My dad stays up all night. I'm not teaching your dad. My stepdad, I'm not teaching him. I'm teaching you. You're under 21. Some of you are falling asleep right now, looking down at your phone. I'm locked in. So if a driver is feeling extremely fatigued, they should immediately look for a safe place to stop and get some rest. Never try to tough it out. That's when we crash. And adults do this all the time. This is why we have semi-truck crashes. Why we have people, adults, who do a double session or work extra hours, they fall asleep at the wheel. Low traffic environments, residential areas. Residential environments are slow speed areas where the driver has to be very cautious. Neighborhoods, school zones, downtown areas. The driver should always be scanning, but many of you are not. You're looking at your foot. You're flipping your hair back. You're looking in your mirror. You're on your phone. A, children unexpectedly run out in the roadway. B, pedestrians entering the roadway chase a child or pet. C, a vehicle unexpectedly backs out of a driveway onto the roadway. And D, an object like a ball or toy entering the roadway. You need to be ready for those situations. I'll take you through the neighborhood as a cool down, making right turns, left turns, parallel parking, 3-point turnarounds. It's really important that you lock in. Let's keep going. Residential driving environments are mainly controlled by stop signs. Some of the neighborhoods you drive in don't have stop signs. The driver should always come to a complete stop. Some of you don't. Stop completely, look left, look right. This is very important in residential areas due to the limited space and close proximity of vehicles traveling through residential intersections. Your mom and dad in the big Ram 1500, the Ford F-150. A lot of drivers in these big trucks think they own the road. They're playing bully ball. They're pushing us out of the way. You don't understand it yet, but I'm trying to teach you. I'm trying to grow you up 3 years, a year and a half, 5 years. It's really important that you understand. Drivers have to be aware of vehicles parked on the side of the road. Enough space should be provided for the driver to travel by parked cars. Some of you are ready to sideswipe cars because you're grabbing the wheel so hard. Stop grabbing the wheel. No cap, no hate. If parking on the side of the road in a residential area, a vehicle should never block a fire hydrant or access to a driveway. Type in what you just learned before I go on to the next. Show me you were listening. Type in what you learned. Each of you type one complete sentence on what you learned and give me one question. This is your class. Type in one thing you learned from me just going over this, and I'm going to rule driving next. We got a quizzing next. I'm all set. I'm organized like that. And you got the next class packet. Type in what you learned right now. Guys, we are going to the next level. I'm a state certified driving instructor. Yeah, you can crack your jokes and laugh. I'm not Bill Cosby. I'm a state certified driving instructor. And we're serious about driving. And many of you are very immature. You're silly. But you will get deleted, and you will get removed, and you will get reported. So if you're saying random out-of-pocket stuff, then don't even come here. I want people who are proactive, who really want to learn, whether you're a teen, an adult, because we are here to learn driving education. We are here to learn about cars. We're not here playing. We're not here goofing off. Those of you who are really committed, subscribe. Turn on bell notification. Join the community. There are a lot of exciting things happening. I'm not going to tell you everything yet. But if you're here, you're taking the time to be here for half an hour, 25 minutes. And I guarantee if you come with intelligent questions, you're going to learn a lot. If you're here wasting time, just leave, because you're not really helping yourself or the community. And that's what's really important. I'm going to move forward. All right, guys, you're moving forward. Rural driving. Rural driving can be very dangerous due to higher speeds and unexpected hazards that occur. A, animals unexpectedly enter the roadway, squirrels, deer, turkey. B, vehicles unexpectedly enter the roadway from a hidden side street. C, poor road conditions that cause the vehicle to lose traction. C, lack of the ability to properly scan. A lot of you haven't learned the ability to properly scan yet. You're learning, and I understand that. Some of you will be on your second drive with me this weekend. Some of you will be on your first. Some of you won't be driving with me for 3 weeks. I understand. Family comes first. But you have to make a commitment, just like I'm making a commitment to learn. Curves, hills, narrow roads are common in rural areas and require the driver to be very cautious of other roadway users going in the opposite direction. The driver should position the vehicle to the right side of the lane and pass the vehicle traveling in the opposite portion. If necessary, the driver should always slow down before approaching the potential hazard so they do not lose control. We don't say slam brakes. We don't say fall into the ditch. We don't go on the side of the shoulder and fall off the road. It's happened to me before. Rural driving environments can include unpaved roads and shoulders or no shoulder at all. There's still dirt roads across the United States, and some people love that because it's quieter, it's private, and less traffic. If a vehicle is traveling too fast on an unpaved road, it can lose control and slide off the road. Some of you have almost slid off the road. And if I don't turn the wheel back, we're going to catch that soft shoulder and roll the car over. My job is to make sure we're safe. I have enough experience to turn the wheel, never grab it. Because if I grab it, you're going to start crying and take it personal. But also, I have a responsibility if you're about to injure us. This is why your parents don't want to do driver's ed. Facts. They tell me all the time. I'm only going to be real with you. So I know how to protect your female sensitivity or your male sensitivity. Rural driving environments can be very open. There's not a lot of light. There's not street lights. It's hard to see. It's really dark. Okay? I've driven in rural areas. It's a whole new world. They have limited objects around them, such as mailboxes. The wind turbulence can be very dangerous. Type in what you learned about rural driving environments. Show me what you learned. Type it in now. Because when this is over, we're hitting that quizzy. I'm going to really see who's been paying attention. I'm going to really see who's been learning. Don't just sit here and be like a potato. Type in some stuff you learned. Lock in. You get in what you put into this class. And I really need you to step up. Step up means you put something very educational in. And when you repeat or think about what the instructor or the presenter has said, you now internalize it. Such as rural roads have soft shoulders. You don't want to go to the edge of the road. You'll fall off the edge of the road. You can roll your car into a ditch. You can get stuck in the mud. That's what happened to us when we first started teaching driver's ed. I had 3 football players in the car. It just rained. I'm from the city. We should not have been on that rural road. But me, I was naive. A truck came by. My student driver was trying to be nice. He got all the way over to the shoulder, but too far over, the car sank. There was mud up to the door. We had to get out and push. I had my dress shoes on, nice shirt and tie. You know, I look crispy. You know, I got my vest on, my button down, got my little stunner glasses, right? I don't look like a bum in the car because that's an impression to your parents. If I look like a bum, your parents are gonna be like, oh my God, he's a great instructor, but he looks like a bum. It's all about presentation. I say hi to your parents. I look at them in the face. Some of them are scary and nervous. Some of them are like, please tell me how my son or daughter did. Because I want them to build trust. But many of your parents are following us with their app. They know where we go. So I have nothing to fear. So you want to make sure you're safe on the rural road. Always want to speak truth to your parents. And remember, in 2026, there's going to be a tougher criteria put on you as drivers. And it should be. Let's keep going. Higher traffic, urban environment, more pedestrians. more vehicles, roadway users deciding to park, drivers exiting their vehicle, unexpected changes of traffic signals. You have to be ready for this. Drivers attempting to change lanes without properly checking blind spots. We saw a large truck on the left side of the road as we were driving in downtown. I told my driver, stop. S-T-O-P. We stopped. The truck was on the wrong side of the road, and this adult knew better. I'm not going to tell my driver go on the wrong side of the road. If we hit someone, we're at fault. So adults should know better, but unfortunately they don't. And then they're going to blame you as a young driver, whether you're a teen or adult. Drivers should always scan. Good visual search patterns will allow the driver to get the big picture. I want you to make a good decision about potential hazards. Drivers should always expect the unexpected, the truck on the wrong side of the road, ducks sitting in the middle of the road, a mother taking 6 little ducklings across the road. A truck made a fatal mistake. When stopping at an intersection, it's very important that you do not block the crosswalk. Some of you don't stop behind the stop line. I'm preparing you for your road test. Several road testers have commented, wow, you've done a good job. They comment on what they learned. If I'm garbage, you're going to tell your friends. You're going to tell your parents. If I'm a good instructor, you're going to tell your friends. You're going to tell your parents. I'm a good instructor. I'm demanding. You're going to make 12 right turns, 12 left turns. You're going to parallel park 6 to 10 times. We're going to go on a freeway 4 to 6 to 8 times. We're going to go on roundabouts. We're going to redo reverse parallel parking. There's a difference between driving schools. You're not just someone in here to sitting here for 3 weeks. I'm treating this as if this is my life. And when I stop caring, I need to do something else. And when you stop caring, you need to leave this class. They can cause safety issues. So pedestrians, we talked about this the other day, they're going to jaywalk. They're going to walk out in front of you. The elderly, the visually and physically impaired, people are living longer. Grandma had a hip replacement. She's walking slow. An older man has headphones on, the Beats. He's going to walk out. Don't think a person's just going to stop when they see you. The rights go to them. Let's talk about roundabouts. Roundabouts are circular intersections. Yield to traffic. Yield signs are present at all entries of the roundabout. They regulate traffic. I will. E, I got you. I'll give you the quiz in a moment. I got you, E. I'm lit today. All right, let's keep going. Drivers must slow down while entering. Some of you stop at the roundabout. We've missed our turn. Cars are backing up behind us. People, roundabouts will be on your driving test. I just got off the phone with the road tester. She just talked to me. She said, your students are doing great. They come highly recommended. That makes me feel good, but I got to work harder for you. You got to step it up. You got to get rid of your fear. I have to let you relax. We're not going to crash. I'm here to save you, not take your life. If I'm telling you to make a left turn, you got to look at oncoming traffic and you got to turn your head. Some of you are scared to turn the wheel. We're going to hit the right curve. Please relax in your left turns. It's really important that you relax. Drivers must slow down while entering, but only have to stop when there is a vehicle approaching from the left. Some of you don't look to the left. I'm only telling you the truth. I'm never going to lie. Drivers should never stop in a roundabout unless traffic unexpectedly backs up and they cannot go further, or it is only the safest thing to do to avoid danger. Drivers should move into the proper lane before. We'll see cars cutting to the left, cutting to the right, because they don't want to be around us. Again, I don't tell you because you're going to be more nervous, but I have to prepare you for real life. Drivers should maintain slow speed and watch for pedestrians. Tell me what you learned about roundabouts. Put it into the chat. Tell me what you learned. Tell me what you learned. I'm getting some water. All right, we keeping it real. In a minute, we're going to have a quizzy. I'm going over defensive driving strategies, fundamentals. We're keeping it real. I know you can tell by my voice, my face. I am lit because I was off today. I'm coming back to live, right? And I need all of you to lock in. I need all of you to subscribe. I need all of you to put questions in because I'm very passionate about this, right? I got my little stunner glasses on, right? I'm having fun with this. But a lot of you are not really locking in. A lot of you are just saying random stuff. And you're just really wasting my time, our moderator's time, because we're really trying to take you to the next level. No other instructors are just going to be this passionate. They're just going to tell you, read the packet, do the questions, stop talking to me, and go over the answers. We're going to be explaining things. We're going to be showing you things, right? This is just one level. Yes, I'm on vertical right now, but I'll be getting other things so you can join in. You can ask these questions. Okay, give me 1 second. We're just trying to keep it real with you. All right, let's keep going. All right, guys, so let's keep eating. So you put in information about roundabouts. So let's keep it moving. Let's talk about highway driving. We're almost done with this. Yeah, we're almost done with this. Highway driving. You go on the highway around your 5th drive. Some of you will go on your 4th. Everyone's a little bit different. Some are more comfortable. Some are more nervous. Some are scared. Everyone's a little bit different. That's what makes the world beautiful. Highway driving. Highway driving is done at higher speeds than rural and urban driving. It causes drivers to manage their time and space. Remember, we talked about space, defensive driving, keep space in front of you, space to the left, space to the right, and space behind you. What are the main characteristics of a highway? Higher speeds, limited access, exits, no intersections. C, separate roadways with 2 or more lanes moving in the same direction. Gentle banked curves, graded hills, maximum and minimum speeds, uninterrupted flow of traffic. So the highways are much safer than the city streets. And once I get you on the highway, we'll practice going on, going off, going on, going off. Then we'll go for a 15-minute drive, a 20-minute drive. I try to give you both experiences because I know what it takes. Let's continue. What are the main advantages of highway driving, including? They carry large volumes of traffic going from the metro area to New York, going from New York to Connecticut, taking I-75 south down to Florida, okay, taking I-80, I-65. They carry large flows of traffic. Cross traffic is not present because of the interchanges, and I have a really good video about interchanges. We will show you that tomorrow because you need to look the different types of highways and freeways. The collision and fatality rates are lower than other types of roads, meaning cars are not going to run a red light. Cross traffic is not present because of intersections. Traffic traveling in the opposite direction is separated by some physical barrier. This could be cables. We talked about that the other day. This could be a cement barrier. This could be guardrails. Pedestrians, bicyclists, and other slow-moving vehicles are not permitted on these roadways. They are designed to assist drivers in anticipating conditions ahead. Drivers entering the highway by using an entry ramp. They have to search well in advance for a gap. A lot of you won't do that. You want to get that 3rd gear merge. You want to push that gas pedal down. The car's going to shift from 1st to 2nd. And then once it hits 3rd gear, you should be in that 35 to 45 range. It depends on the type of car or truck you have. Some of the Fords have a 10-speed transmission. Some of the Chrysler products. I had a SRT Jeep Grand Cherokee. It has an 8-speed transmission. If I put it in sport mode, it's going to shift real fast. Boom, boom, boom. But many of you are driving 5-speed, 6-speed, 7-speed, 8-speed, 9-speed transmissions, okay? Many of those things you don't care about because you're not an enthusiast like me, but you really should read the owner's manual, okay? When traveling on a highway and approaches the entry ramp, a vehicle is trying to either enter the highway, drivers must change lanes if you can do so safely. If you can't, you slow down. You adjust your speed. You don't hug the left or hug the right. I'm trying to get you prepared so when you get on the expressway over Christmas break, you're like, thank you. The far left lane of the highway should only be used for passing. But remember this, if all 2 lanes are full, we can drive in the left lane. Again, if all 3 lanes are full or 2 lanes are full and the lanes are open, you can drive in the left lane. But be aware, police are monitoring you. Some officers are driving 3 or 5 over the limit. They're going to sit in that left lane, and if you're coming up on them, flashing lights before you know it's a police officer, guess what? You're going to have instant justice. You're going to have a ticket. The police are not trying to trap you. They're trying to monitor traffic. And if you're going 3, 7, 10, 12 over the limit, you're going to get a ticket. So go the speed limit, but many of you won't because you're going to learn this from your mom or dad. I'm only speaking truth because your family's the first teachers. So be careful, stay up to speed, be aware of what's going on. When leaving the highway, drivers should be in the proper lane to the right as they approach the exit lane. You want to turn on your turn signal and search for the ramp and any potential hazards. Cars backing up, ice on the road, semi-truck tire. Some highways have weave lanes. We went over this the other day. I remember one of your classmates reading it. Weave lanes are both used for acceleration and deceleration. Cars go in and out. These can be very dangerous because of the mixed speeds. The majority of multiple vehicle collisions occur on highways due to vehicles following too close. We're not going to tailgate. We're not going to be in a wolf pack. We're going to keep room. The middle lane, thank you, is the safest lane. I told you have good speed, good space, and a smile. A driver traveling long distances on the highway, they must be aware and make sure they avoid highway hypnosis. This is the inattention state of mind. It happens to all of us. Sometimes drivers even fall asleep. Remember, we saw a young lady who rode her Jeep. She was driving on the interstate. She went up the embankment on the right, rolled her Jeep over 3 times and hit the left barrier. She fell asleep. It can happen to any of us, including me. But I'm not going to be that stupid. If I'm tired, I'm rested. This occurs after drivers travel mile after mile at a steady speed, causing them to lull into a relaxed state. All of you type in 2 things you learned. While you're doing this, 2 complete sentences. Show the company, show me that you're learning. Again, I don't have to go this deep, but I want you prepared. I want you to learn. I want you to get better. You have to get better. Type in what you learned. We each have a different perspective. Guys, I need you to join my quizzing. I think it's 20 questions. It's about a defensive driving awareness. You are really going to learn a lot. And that's what it's all about. That's the only reason why I'm doing this. Because I want to leave my legacy to help all of you get a car, learn how to drive, get over anxiety, lean into me as an instructor. And this podcast is going to happen. Okay, I'm just looking at different providers, and once I find the right one with the right price, we pulling it in. You're going to be the first one. I already have another instructor. I already have a road tester willing to come on and give you answers to your questions. But you got to commit to subscribing. And if you're not committed to subscribing, you're just really wasting my time. Because I'm not going to waste yours. If I go live right now, real talk, I'm a state certified driving instructor. I teach adults, I teach teens. We're not talking about religion. We're not talking about the American flag. We're not talking about my glasses. All of that. Thank you, E. So we're going to go ahead and get to this quizzy. I already got it set up. And you're going to go to joinmyquiz.com. Joinmyquiz.com. 923-089. 923-089. Joinmyquiz.com. Again, 923-089. I'm starting you guys out first. 923-089. All right, guys. 923-089. Let's lock in. Let's lock in. Let's lock in. 923-089. 923-089. 923-089. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's lock in. Let's lock in. Let's lock in. 923-089. Let's get it. In a moment, I'm going to start it. This is a combination of things we talked about the last couple of days. Hazard awareness, defensive driving. It's going to give me insight into you learning what you know, what you don't know. It's really important. So I need you to lock in. 923-089. Let's get it, team. We may or may not have school tomorrow. It's all good. 923-089. E, I see you in there. It's going to be fun. 923-089. Okay, let's go ahead and get it. You got 30 questions. Eat. I appreciate that. I'm going to go over all the questions. If you're still here, lock in. Joinmyquiz.com. Thank you, E. 923-089. Lock in. Thank you. Nine two three 089. These quizzes are designed to help you learn, to help you think objectively about driving situations, to help you prepare. Holly, if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Holly, if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Holly, if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Lock in. Some of the most important things I've seen is lack of attention to driving. I think as you get over about 25 years old, you start getting a little bit careless, speeding, running lights, not updating your insurance, letting your tax expire. You're going to get caught, man. And then what's going to happen, you're going to have to take off work. But a lot of court systems now are doing Zoom. And you lose that personal approach because if you get a ticket, it's more important to go in person, right? And to go to court is very nerve-wracking because you don't know what the outcome is going to be. But if you can plead your case to the judge, they might dismiss it. But now a lot of courts are doing Zoom It's more effective. They can get more cases done because on their docket, because I used to be in law enforcement, on their docket, there's a lot of cases. And it takes a long time to get through all those cases. Some people don't show. The court's going to wait 15 or 20 minutes. On a Zoom call, you're locked in. And then after a certain amount of time, you're done. So we all deserve the benefit of the doubt. But if you're a chronic speeder, always getting tickets, the judge is going to increase the fine. You can get on a payment plan, but that's forever. I think it's really important that you learn at a young age, 18, 20, 25, 27, 30s, learn how to become a good driver. And there are really good driving teachers out here. I'm one of them. There are so many others, and I know a lot of them. We're going to get them on. They're going to talk to you. They're going to get you ready. And we're going to have that conversation because there are a lot of young, and look, post-COVID, those OG road testers and instructors are like, I'm done. And low-key, a lot of driving schools across the United States have trouble hiring in new instructors. They don't want to pay you. Driver's education is very expensive. There's no real relationship. Okay? I know this because I'm in the industry. You don't know this because you just want to take your driving lesson. And early on, I want to teach you how to drive, and I want to teach the classroom portion. For many of you, you got me virtually, and that's great. And that's really important. And you want to lean in, ask questions, and do your best, man. That's really important. E, I saw it on Instagram or TikTok. I'll look at it, E. And I'm really making a commitment to this. Okay? And if I can get a grant, it's over. Get my own driver's air car. Get some better technology. Help people. Help you, E. Help people who are really committed, because that's what life is about. Because when you give, you receive. And we all know that. Because there are a lot of good people in the world who want to help. You're on question 25E. I see it. And imagine having the whole community doing this, and then we share. Right? And I'm getting some ideas. I need to get my Rodecaster Pro hooked up, and then I can do a shot on me, a shot from the side, and then a view on the screen. So I have that. I just need to hook up my Rodecaster Pro, and then I can switch angles back and forth. And then we can have that virtual class. And that's really important. I think it's just making a commitment, because a lot of my former students have taken their road test, and they speak very highly of me to the road tester. I'm not going to say too much, but if you have an opportunity to run your own business, you do it. It's scary. You don't know what's going to happen. Nothing is promised. There are no promises. For some people, it's hard to get up in the morning. I'm blessed. Good support system. All of you are my support. Hopefully, I'm your support. And E, I know you can tell, like, I'm lit. I mean, I got this bright light on me, but I've had a few days off, so like, I'm more energetic. But I'm committed to my practice of educating and teaching people how to drive. That's why I want to do more than what I'm doing now, because God is good. Take your time, guys. Please go ahead and finish up. Then we can go over this. E, what's wrong? Don't second guess yourself. E, I've second guessed myself for 4, 5, 6 years about, going independent, doing driver's ed, helping people, nonprofit, social, emotional. I already have made my next meeting. It's next Wednesday, I believe. Right? It's next Wednesday. I'm taking another day off. I'm learning about the nonprofit, how to connect with donors, because there are people out here who have millions and millions of dollars. They want to help make the community better. The federal government, they want to get people employed. Okay? So I'm going to my second meeting. And then I got a phone call on that. I don't want to say too much on here, but a good friend, they run their own road testing company now. They called me. I'm like, wow, that's so good. But the driver's education industry, it's a lot of money. The cars, the instructors, the state requirements, the turnover in driver's education because they don't want to pay instructors money. The cars do break down sometime. It's competitively priced. If you have your grandma's driving school and your grandpa's driving school, and one is $500 and one is $450 and another one is $350, they're going to cut each other down. So it really depends on the instructors. If you have a good instructor, you can keep that price up. If you have good materials, you can keep that price up, right? But it's not about money. If you have junky cars, okay, it takes money, okay? Probably driver's ed companies, probably 5 million, 3.7 million. I'm not a business analyst, but I do have a marketing minor. I can kind of look at numbers, okay? I've seen numbers, but you have to, it's about customer service. And, you know, I'm kind of bringing you on this journey too, and that's what it's about. As long as I stay positive, writing a grant, connecting myself with people. So I will share this with you and, you know, learning how to write a grant, helping your community. That's what it's all about. People are almost done. Let's lock it up, guys. I want to go over this. We got a few people finishing up. I'm going to take my time and go over this again. JoinMyQuiz.com, 923-089. I want to do my best. So, when people are finishing up, I'm going to go ahead and look at the chat and see what's going on here. Josh, you just join myquiz.com. Real easy. That's all you do. Your teachers have used it too. Put in a couple questions for me while we're waiting for people to finish up. Put in a question for me right now. Put a Q in a question. Anyone who's done. This is your chance right now. Let's go, guys. Put in some questions.
myquiz.com.
JoinMyQuiz.com. We're almost done, so don't start now. We're almost done, and when most people get to 30, I'm just going to end it. It's called JoinMyQuiz.com. You know about it, Josh. You're in high school. You're in college. You know. JoinMyQuiz.com. I had to post it up there, so you know what to do. Good teachers use data. They use AI as a teaching assistant to really prepare you for 2026, 2027, 2028. So we're not trying to use AI to pass the test. I see some questions coming in. How can I be more effective driving in the winter? Start in your neighborhoods. Practice making those turns at the end of the block when it's a little slick. Go to your local high school. When it's not plowed yet, practice doing figure eights around the light poles. If there isn't a left lane and you want to turn left, Landon, there's always a left lane. There's always a left lane. Some intersections have a dedicated left lane where you have to get into that lane, go up and stop. Some intersections do not. So it depends on the intersection. But If you can't make a left lane intersection, it has the dedicated lane or it has markings. I like to question them. I'm keeping it pure. I appreciate that. How often are we on a weave lane? It depends on the highway. We'll show you some. It depends on the design of the expressway. It depends on where you drive. Some on 94, some on 75. Most expressways have weave lanes. It's not like, here's a weave lane. If you see cars merging out and you have to merge in, that's a weave lane. What is the limit of people after we get, I want to go over that tomorrow, because once we go over this, you guys are going to be working in your homework. I'm going to go over the segment 2 stuff tomorrow. I'm not going to give you everything tonight because you guys got to work. So some exits are not weave lanes. Some exits are. You can tell because cars are merging on, and right after they merge on, they have to merge off. If you can turn left at an intersection, it's going to have lane markings for that. What do you do when people cut you off or don't give you enough room? Emily, you make space. Remember the golden rule, always keep space. If you don't keep space, someone's going to hit you or you're going to hit them. And Emily, first, thank you for being comfortable. You have to learn to keep, it's like walking in high school. If you walk too close to someone, you're going to walk on their heel and walk on their shoe. If you walk 1 or 2 steps behind them, you're going to have room. Same thing when you drive. If you're always following someone close, you're going to hit them or they're going to hit you. So you want to keep more room. And in the wintertime, you want to keep more room. Making left turns, you want to slow down a lot earlier and a lot sooner. Making right turns, you want to slow down a lot sooner, a lot earlier. If not, you're going to slide and go through the intersection, get hit, or hit the curb. If you're traveling on the expressway and there's a sudden slowdown, if you're not keeping enough room, you're going to rear end someone. So to keep with your pure answer, keep more following distance. And that's a pure answer from my heart. There's not a most dangerous situation, James. Some of the most simplest situations can be dangerous. Example, you backing out of a driveway. You hit the brake, you slide, you hit a parked car behind you. You making a lane change. You jerk the wheel, you spin out of control. It happened to our instructor on the expressway. A kid overcorrected, the car slid into the guardrail. You stopping at a light. You're going too fast. You look down at your phone. You try to stop. You're sliding into a car. So to answer your question, all situations are dangerous. You will learn to drive with good speed, good space, and a smile. I gave you a real answer, and I can't say, well, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. You're a beginning driver. Every situation is dangerous. I like what you said. How do you get better turning and knowing how much to turn the wheel and slow down? Claire, it will come over time. It will come over time. You might learn it with your instructor. You're going to learn it with your mom. You're going to learn it with your dad. You're going to learn it with your older brother, your older sister, your grandma, auntie, uncle. Because they are modeling this behavior. Remember, when you were 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, you've been watching your mom. You've been watching your dad. But now you're in the car. Now you're going to have to learn to keep good speed and good space. It will come over time, Claire. Be patient. I know you want it now. I know you want to be TikTok famous now. I know you want to be an Instagram person now. I know you want to get that new Cybertruck now. I know you want to be done with driver's ed and get your full license, but you got to wait 2 years. You got to wait 3 years. You got to wait a half a year. And for some of you who don't have your drives, you're going to be waiting longer than that. So it comes in time. We're waiting for Aubrey to finish. Take your time, girl. And if your parents are willing to get you out, you're going to learn sooner. You do have to put the phone down and focus on the road. We have some longitudinal studies. Phone dashboard dining, being distracted by the other drivers are some of the major causes of crashes. Because we live and die by our phone. How do I know? When you drive, many of you put it under your thigh. And you don't want to put the phone down. And when you're in the back seat, you're on your phone. That's going to cause you to crash. So you got to learn what's more important. You driving on the phone. Well, I got to know what's going on. I want to know about that new TikTok trend. The I don't care trend. Haha. Okay, we're going to go over the results now. Class is good. We're going to view the report. Accuracy, 82%. Total of 18 students. Let's look at the questions. According to the perceive first, the first driving secret, what is the most critical step to prevent accidents? The ability to perceive and identify hazards early. So if it's slick outside, slow down. If you're going into a school parking lot, why are you speeding? If you're going into your neighborhood off the main thoroughfare, why are you at 35? Perceive the danger first. Number 2, the title, Never Brake While Turning, state certified teacher warns against this action because it causes the car to skid or lose traction in the turn. You got to brake before you go into the turn. Some of you didn't learn that. Some of you put it confuses the other drivers. It does not. Let's keep going. What is the critical step when using the freeway deacceleration lane as hinted by the master? Freeway exiting deacceleration lane, slow down to your exit speed after merging into the deacceleration lane. One person said speed up to pass other cars. This tells me they don't understand. Next, the title, Don't Miss. Your 20 to 30 second visual lead time emphasizes that scan the road ahead where you will be in a 20 to 30 second plan for hazards. Look ahead. Why should you never use cruise control in bad weather? You need maximum manual control of your car speed and acceleration to react to sudden traction losses. The rule for right turn, as stated, right turn rule. Always turn into this lane is to turn into the lane closest to you, the rightmost lane. Some of you put any open lane. We're going to crash. Some of you put the farthest left lane. We're making a right turn. Why are you in the farthest left lane? Next, what is the implied danger in slow down while bridges freeze first? Bridge decks cool from both the above and below, causing them to ice faster than regular roads. When a traffic light is completely out and dark, the title four-way stop fail. Title lights out rules suggest that you must treat the intersection as a four-way stop. Some of you put proceed with extreme caution without stopping. That's failure. The title avoid fees. This work zone speed limit can cost you big is referring to fines are often doubled. Fines are doubled in work zones because we talked about this the other day. There are workers' lives on the line. 3 of you put the speed limit is always 25. No. 1 of you put, well, you only have to obey signs if workers are present. Based on protect bikers, what not to do when passing them is a critical mistake to avoid passing them too close without giving them ample space, usually 3 feet. We went over this the other day. So this tells me we're not aware. You don't want to honk. That's going to scare them. You don't want to match their speed. If your car starts to skid on ice, what is the first most important thing you should do with the steering wheel? Gently steer It says steer gently in the direction you want to go. Some of you put hold the wheel straight, brake hard. We're going to crash. Some of you put release the steering wheel and pump the brakes. We're going to crash. Some of you put turn the wheel sharply in the opposite direction to counter steer. We're going to crash. In defensive driving, what does PDA stand for as the #1 secret to prevent crashes? Perceive, decide, and act. 13. Why is it dangerous to brake hard when turning the corner? It shifts the weight forward, reducing the rear tire grip, causing you to oversteer. I've had some beginning drivers do that. When should you begin to slow down for the freeway exit? Only after you have fully moved into the deacceleration lane. Some of you put as soon as you see the exit sign. No. Some of you put halfway on the exit ramp, going too fast. Some of you put only once you have pulled into the shoulder near the exit. What is the correct sequence for safely pulling over for an emergency vehicle with the lights flashing? Signal, slow down smoothly, pull over as far to the right as possible, on the shoulder if safe. In which specific weather condition should you always turn off cruise control? Rain, ice, snow, and fog. Some of you put sunny, dry, clear day. Some of you put windy but dry. What is the main benefit of maintaining a 20 to 30 second visual lead time? Looking where your car will be in 20 to 30 seconds. It gives you the big picture when identifying the hazards early and reacting smoothly. Why do bridges and overpasses develop black ice before regular roads? They're elevated. They lose heat from both the top and bottom. Some of you put they're built smoother. Some of you put they are shaped by trees, shaded by trees and are more often than regular roads. Some of you put traffic polishes the surface, making ice very sharp. 19. When making a right turn into a multi-lane road, which lane must you turn into? The closest lane to the curb, rightmost. If you are approaching an intersection with all traffic lights completely dark, no power, how must you treat the intersection? You treat it as a four-way stop. When passing a truck safely, avoid wind turbulence. By passing a large truck, you might suddenly feel your vehicle being pulled toward the truck. Air pushed by the truck creates a low pressure zone beside it, causing wind turbulence that pulls your vehicle toward the truck. Title: you must know work zone laws, which is a common legal consequence for speeding in an active work zone. Fines are doubled. You're going to pay a lot of money. 23. The title Stop Flashing Red Rules explains a flashing red signal has the same meaning as what other traffic control device, a stop sign. Some of you put a yield sign. Only one left turn, watch left, a similar setup. You want to turn in the left lane, but there's no direct left turn lane. What is the correct maneuver? Drive past the intersection, make a U-turn in the designated median opening, then make a right turn. I'll show you a good video on that. The title, tight turns, check rear mirror gap before making very sharp turns, like into a driveway. Why should you check the gap between your front tire and the curb in the rear mirror? To avoid clipping the curb. The title, pay attention, stop driving distracted. Some of you mentioned that, select all that apply. Visual, taking your eyes off the road. Manual, taking your hands off the wheel. Cognitive, talking, taking your mind off driving. We're almost done. I love this. Let's keep going. The emergency title, a cyclist is safe now. What is the minimum safe space? It is at least 3 feet. The title, hidden dangers, cable, median barriers. We went over that the other day. What is the primary safety trade for cable barriers? They prevent daily crossover collisions, but if struck at a shallow angle, they can act like a cheese cutter, which may not safely redirect all vehicles, potentially causing a vehicle to roll or snag. The title, go faster, how to pass safely in heavy traffic. When passing another vehicle on a 2-lane road, what should your speed relative to the other car be? Traveling at a significantly faster speed to complete the pass, minimize time in the opposing lane. 30, title, why your front tires control everything. Which two primarily vehicle functions are there? Steering and direction. I need all of you to type in what you learned. All of you type in what you learned. Guys, this is a great session. I want to say thank you for going deep. I want to say thank you for being here. Those of you who are really committed, good things are happening. I can't say much right now. I'm pushing myself to get things set up for 2026. That's one of my personal goals. So I want to say thank you, and I want to keep it moving and really show appreciation. Make sure you subscribe. Bye.